Henry,
What's up?
what's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, not bad. It was like a nice bye week last week with the Buffs, and now they play another football game the day after tomorrow. And so it's just kind of like setting in that this whole process is about to happen again. And hopefully they're
It,
able to win. Like Arizona's not any good, but it's a dark time.
it is a dark time. You know what's good though, Henry?
What's
Is
good?
if we absolutely positively fail at our picks right now, we can just make subtle changes and come back tomorrow.
That's a deep cut right there. That's a good one. Luckily my picks aren't going to fail tonight. I didn't realize I was going to be on the show until very recently, but all day I've had some pretty weird vibes about the game. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, Henry, because I think this is the trap game of the year, the cheese game of the year,
It is.
um, the unexpected Thursday night football game of the year. And what started me down this path is a stat, Hank.
Mhm.
90% of spread bets are on the Buccaneers.
I saw that same tweet, and that's also what sparked it for me. I saw that, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. There's a
So
lot of factors at play.
here's what really pushes me over the edge is this game opened I think at 6 points. It's now at 7 points. It's been really subtle movement, and as we know, in a perfect world a sports book would have 50% of the money on one side, 50% of the money on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because if you and I both bet $100 on the game at minus 110, you're on one side, I'm on the other side. You the sports book has taken in $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then if you win, they're only paying you back 90. So they still walk away with $110 no matter what, meaning they profited every single time. So the fact that the sports book has not made massive changes to this line to try and get more money to come in on the Eagles tells me, Hank, that they actually believe this is a much closer game than the public believes so, and they think they're going to rake in the cash on the Eagles.
I agree. I agree. And to be honest, I opened this because I hadn't looked at the odds yet today. I just knew what the vibes were, and saw that the Eagles were only plus 245 to win. I did think that was going to be quite a bit wider, especially considering like that everybody is betting on the Bucks.
That is true, but again, they don't want to move things that much
Mhm.
because for whatever reason, they feel somewhat confident in the Eagles. So um, we didn't make formal big threes today. As you can see, we're at a different time. We got a different cast. This has been a lot of moving parts today. But Hank, what are some of your favorite picks? What is your favorite pick of the night when it comes to this game?
The big one is the under. The
Ooh,
line is
love
set
it.
at 53 points. I just feel like this is one of those games where it's going to be ugly. It's a Thursday night. Neither of these teams have really prepared. They're just going out there with like base defenses going up against the most simple offensive concepts. And I think that the defenses are going to win. Plus, I think that feeds into the Eagles and their path to winning. Like, I want to say really good things about Jalen Hurts because he's a lot of fun, but he's not putting up 30 points tonight. If the Eagles actually do pull this off, it's going to be 24-17 or 20-17 or something like that.
I'm so glad that you mentioned the under. That was what I looked at. The first reaction I had was, "Whoa, whoa, that's really high." I
Mhm.
don't think this is a shootout, and especially again, if the Eagles are going to cover, which I'm feeling like is going to happen just based on the way that things are shaking out. If the Eagles are going to cover, it is not because the game ended 30-24. I don't think. I think it's
Mhm.
because the game ended, like you said, 24-17, or I guess that wouldn't be quite a cover, or 7-21, something like that. I started looking around. Andre and I usually in these primetime games try to stay away from the what we would call mainstream bets, the spread, the total, that sort of thing. But I do like the total and I do like the spread. I tried to dig a little bit deeper to see where can we find some value on some other things that might be at play here. So, first of all, I like the Eagles money line first quarter. I think again, maybe one of those games where the money line in the first quarter, the maybe the Bucks go 3 and out, and then the Eagles have like a long methodical drive where they go down and get a field goal or a touchdown, and then the whole thing kind of just runs out. That I like. It's at plus 160 for the Eagles to win the first quarter. Again, I think if they're going to win, it's going to be kind of one of those weird games where the script instantly gets thrown off at the start of the game. Kind of like, honestly, like Broncos Steelers, right? Everyone expected the Broncos to win. The script gets thrown off because Big Ben throws a 50-yard touchdown early in the game, and it just kind of unravels from there. Another one that I really like, and this is an homage to Andre, who isn't on the show today. Over 6.5 points for Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott, of course, the Eagles kicker. I'm thinking maybe he just gets 3 field goals and covers this, but he only needs 2 field goals and an extra point to cover it. So I don't know. I just feel good about that. Over 6.5 points for Jake Elliott. And what's interesting is they've got Ryan Suckup at over 8.5 points, which that feels a bit high to me. But that's 3 field goals, and again, I could see that. I could see this being a game where field goals end up being the outcome. That's why the under hits, and that's why the Eagles are able to cover.
Okay, so I love the Jake Elliott over 6.5 pick, but just looking through that page, you can get Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals made at plus 105.
Ooh.
So that's plus money. Plus, honestly, the math doesn't really make sense because they're not going to get that many extra points. It's not like they're scoring 4 touchdowns to cover that.
Yeah, see, that's why you're on here. I love having some fresh eyes on that. Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals plus 105. We love it.
We do.
Because yeah, even if he only got 1 field goal, there would have to be 4 touchdowns for him to the 6.5.
Yeah, it's just free money.
Interesting math there. Hopefully we get in on that quick before DraftKings hears the show and changes it. So those two I thought were really enticing. As for some of these other player props, I looked into the quarterback props, and they just kind of make me nervous. Tom Brady's over-under is set at 302.5, and I'm thinking, like, okay, I think the under is going to hit. Maybe I go under on this, but the Eagles secondary is not very good. So I started talking myself out of that and saying, okay, I have a feeling this might be a game where Tom moves it between the 20s, and they're able to kind of get that dialed in.
Yeah. I mean, I struggle betting against Tom Brady. It just feels like every time you do it, it's the wrong decision. Like there's a history here. And that does the other big thing worth remembering is that the end of this game, if Tom Brady gets the ball back and they're within a score with like 5 minutes left or less, you always take the Buccaneers to win because it's going to be like even odds. And it's just going to happen. But yeah, I'm staying away from the Tom Brady props.
Here's one other stat. Speaking of Tom Brady, how about this one, Hank? Tom Brady on Thursday Night Football, 0 for his last 10 covering the spread.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's all lining up.
That is crazy.
I know.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely getting in the.
So I was actually because Zach gave this out as his pick of the week, and I said, like, aren't you a little bit worried that like Tom's 40-whatever-year-old body needs the full 7 days to recover after a game? And he said no, but I say yes.
Yeah, okay, I could get behind that too. I mean, there's just so many other reasons to be picking the Eagles here. Like, first of all, it's a Thursday night, so weird things happen. Mm-hmm. You've got Tom Brady coming off that close game with the they've played since the Patriots game.
Yes, one game since then. Okay. That was in the early slate, so I don't remember what happened.
I know, neither do I, because the Broncos are playing. But yeah, like I'm just thinking about that game when it was also like that Patriots team is not good.
No.
And the fact that game was as close as it was and they should have lost that game, like I think this Buccaneers team might be a little bit overrated. Then obviously we've got like just the trap game part of it. I don't know. I'm really feeling good about the Eagles.
It feels like one of those nights. Longest completion is what Zach Castro just brought up in the comments. He also said he doesn't like when I call him by his full name, so I'm going to try and stop doing that. Our friend Zach in the comments here says, what about longest pass? I like Jalen Hurts. I don't like Tom Brady.
Okay. Those receivers are just so explosive. So are the Eagles, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is Jalen Hurts over 37.5. They're going to probably work to try and get some shots downfield. In my opinion, it's their best chance at creating offense is to use those explosive receivers to try and throw the ball downfield. And Jalen Hurts, well, he has some of his faults in terms of, quote unquote, making all the throws. He
Mhm.
definitely can push the ball down the field and can be accurate on those types of throws.
Yep. I'm taking both quarterbacks. I wonder if there's even a prop where you can combine it. Probably not. I guess same game parlay might be the move.
Well,
But
and we'll get to that in a second.
yep, Jalen Hurts over half a sack minus 130 or half an interception, and Tom Brady over half an interception plus 115. I like both of those.
A little
I
like
think it's
Fletcher
going to be
Cox
ugly.
deflection at the line.
Sure.
I like it. I do. It's so. I really thought I was coming in with like the special take. Now it's
Mhm.
worrying me a little bit that we're
I
so
know,
on the
me
same
too.
page. But that's okay. One thing that we have always been on the same page about is DraftKings Sportsbook.
Mhm.
It's the best sportsbook in the land. Everyone knows this. And right now at DraftKings Sportsbook, you can bet $1 and get $100 in free bets if either team in this game scores a point. And you don't have to choose this game, but if I were you and I was signing up, I would just get my $100 as fast as possible. We think this one's going under, but we don't think it's going under 0.5 points, which is all you need it to clear. As soon as a point is scored in the game, you'll get $100 in free bets from our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook when you use that code DNVR. And of course, you can also get a sign-up bonus when you use the code DNVR. So get in on that. Of course, you must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised on a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. The deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough and restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And speaking of DraftKings Sportsbook, the homies, they also have brought back the SGP protection this week. So everyone go into your DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up for your same game parlay protection, especially because if you lose your same game parlay, bet the full 25, get your 25 back, and then you get your free bet that you can use. I like to use it on the All Dogs Go to Heaven parlay, but you can use it really on anything for the weekend. To me, this is like a double chance, right? You get
Mhm.
two chances to go big on your 25 bucks. Now, you could play it differently than I do. You could say, I'm going to take my 25 bucks, put together a nice, safe same game parlay, and if that doesn't hit, I'll put it on something else safe and try and still make a little bit of money. For me, for my money, I'm thinking this is a double lottery ticket. Take two big swings and try to hit one out of the park.
I agree. I think that's the move. And I think that means we take the Philly money line.
In the SGP.
All right, it'd be bold, but if we're going bold, that's a great way to start it.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do here. Let's build a
Okay.
couple different ones. Flip that thing into SGP mode as we do. And all right, why don't you lead us down a path that you like, and then I'll lead us down a path that I like. So we're starting with Philly
Ooh, I
money
like
line.
it.
That's aggressive.
Yep. It is aggressive, but it's going to be an aggressive parlay. We're trying to make money. We're parlaying the Philly money line with the under 52.5. We've
Love
talked
it.
about
We're
that.
up to plus 500 already.
Yep, and that is nice. Let's see. How are they going to do it? I think we need a Jalen Hurts touchdown in there.
Ooh, love that. I
Uh,
absolutely adore that.
it feels like it's going to happen. And
I think I'm
let's
going to bet
see.
on Jalen Hurts' first touchdown score just as it's on its own. Worked for
Okay,
me with Josh Allen the other night.
I'll get in on that too. Let's see.
Okay, so just for what it's worth, we're already at plus 1200. This to me is like a great place to be on an SGP.
I agree.
Um, 3 legs plus 1200. You don't need the world to go crazy here to make some serious money. The craziest thing you need is the Eagles to win, which both of us. I have to say I'm very confident in the Eagles to cover the spread. I'm not as confident in them winning, but hey, anything could happen. So is there anything else in here that you feel highly confident about that you want to throw in, or are you just going to take it here? I'm not trying to talk you out of going crazy, but just from my experience.
Honestly, what I'm finding is that they're just not boosting the odds enough. Something like the Bucks at least 2 sacks gets it from plus 1200 to plus 1300. Just not worth it. And I don't want to put anything bigger than that in. Honestly, I think that's probably it. I think
I
that's
like this
probably it.
one. I like
Yep.
this one. You could switch out Jalen Hurts' touchdown score for Jalen Hurts' first touchdown score and really blow this thing up, but
Whew.
that's up to you. I don't like to let my SGP die so early.
Yeah, and that was exactly what I was thinking. But I do like making a lot of money, so that makes it tough.
All right. I've got that added into my bet slip because I like it. Now we're going to go. I'm going to build one here. So I'm going to go a little bit safer and just take the Eagles plus. Let's get the 7 because that's what. Oh, you got to go 6 or 7.5. 6.5. Okay, let's start. Let's go 7.5. Gives ourselves a little more room there. We're going to take the under. Now we're at plus 220, which I like. Actually, let's like be a little safer on the under. I'm gonna try and give us room here. So it's 52.5. Let's just go to 54.5 as the under. Okay. Passing props. Do they have? They don't let you do the longest pass in this one. That always kills me. All right, we'll go receiving props. I like Devontae Smith over 5. That gets us to plus 320.
Okay.
And I just want one more thing. Team stat props. Team to lose a fumble. Sacks made. Team scoring props. Team to score first. I don't know. Can I get that first quarter bet that I liked in here somewhere? Game props. Race to 5 points. Okay, so we got Eagles plus 7.5. Devontae Smith, 5 receptions. Eagles to win the race to 5 points. And finally, I don't know why that didn't go in there. Over 54.5 points, or under 54.5 points in the game. That gets us to a nice smooth plus 700.
All right. I like it.
Now, if I got to admit, Hank, if I had to choose, I would choose yours. But maybe that means that mine's going to hit.
I feel like if we both bet on both of them, we'll be fine.
Yep. Only one of them gets the protection, but
Ooh.
it doesn't really matter. You either hit it or you get your protection.
Yep.
It'd be sick if you hit one and got the protection on the other one. Double trouble.
That would be perfect. So, I mean, maybe you put the protection on the one with the longer odds.
So, yeah, that just means put that bet in first.
Yes.
Makes sense. All right. I like it.
All right.
Anything else that intrigues you tonight? I know there's some college football on. Are you looking at that at all?
Oh, I haven't even looked at who's playing tonight.
I know college
Let me
football has
see.
lost Thursday night. They used to have it, and they used
They
to put
did.
good matchups on Thursday night. And I feel like they've been lackluster this year. You've got Georgia Southern and South Alabama, and also Navy and Memphis. Like, how are you going to win people over when Tom Brady's on TV with these matchups? I realize they can't know that, but you
Yeah.
got to give us better Thursday night. Like, give us some Thursday night Pac-12. What's going on with that? Do they not do that anymore?
No, I feel like they should though. Maybe that's
They
one of the
really
things
should.
they'll try to put in that new TV deal when it comes around.
Or Wednesday night. Who cares?
Let's
Just
do something.
yeah.
But yeah,
Each team gets one Wednesday night game coming out of a bye or something, or going into a bye.
yeah. I kind of like that under on the Navy Memphis game. I kind of like the under, and I kind of like Navy plus 11 too. But that's all I've got tonight.
All right, I love it. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us on a quick show, but
Mhm.
quick turnaround as well. Coming up with this game starting in just under an hour. Um, both of us think it's a little bit of opposite day here, so remember that as you hop into your bet slip, or just fade us entirely, and maybe 90% of the betting world is going to make money on this game. We'll find out. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you for joining us, Hank, and we'll talk to you guys on DNVR Bets Daily tomorrow.